Okay, guys, so basically what me and my friend were thinking here today, um, we were trying to get like Robux, right? So basically what we were doing was we were kind of like, you know how some people do these Robux speedrun things? So we were trying to do that on our own time, and people would promise him that he would get Robux, but, and what I have to say is, if you're not going for a real relationship and you're just entering that relationship specifically to just get like some material wealth out of them, that's not really gonna work unless you're like devoted to that person, like that person's devoted to you. So it's kind of like gold diggers. So a gold digger will kind of act like they actually love you, but they won't. They'll show signs like cheating and stuff, and it'll be like only when you start like showing that like you're really loyal to them, then they'll start like doing that, and then they'll have to go to work more, and then basically they might like the girl might cheat, or like whatever partner you're with, they would cheat, and that material wealth would kind of make them like have control over you. So they would basically kind of like so they would use your wealth kind of against you, and they would kind of act more selfish, like they don't actually care about you because you're giving them that immunity, like you're devoted to them and giving them everything they want. So it's kind of like how spoiled kids are made. So basically, we were doing that, and then his friend, my friend he was promised like 20,000 Robux, and this kid said he got 200,000. But when we checked in the game, it said raised zero when we looked at gifts, so it was kind of weird, right? And he went to go talk to him about it, like he had something to say to him, and I don't know what he's saying, so like advice, I guess. But basically, um, if you're not seeking, like, if you're seeking a friend for material, like, wealth, like you became friends with them just because of that, they might think, like, you don't actually care about them, and, like, you're just there for their actual, like, gain in, like, money or currency or with items. And then it's kind of just, everything is based off of their wealth. So it's not really genuine. So basically, what I'm saying here is, you should seek it with your heart. Like seek the friendship with your heart. And if you're really going like you're doing like you're having a bad time financially, or you're just getting by, you could ask the friend because that's like what friends do. Like they help you out, but they don't have to. So any donation would help them, and like you would be humble and accept that. So basically, by accepting that, you're accepting what the person has. Like you're basically giving out what you can. So that's being generous. And even if you're poor, you help out your friend, right? So you should seek their relationship with the purity of your heart and not just based on their material wealth or like end of game, like please donate. You should just, so like even if you meet them, please donate. You should just be kind to them and act like it's not just all about the Robux and not just ask them the Robux for the Robux and then that's all it is. Like the whole entire relationship is basically just Robux. You form a bond over time and then ask when you're in need of it and you say you're in need of it and you just don't ask immediately, but you can, then you can show signs of a relationship like actually, and not like a gold digger where all they care about really is just the material wealth, and then they act like they like you, but it's kind of subtle basically. So how you know, okay, here's some advice. I don't really know about this, but I don't know much about this stuff. I'm not that educated, but basically what you could probably do, you could see how genuine they are whenever you try and do a hobby with them. Like you try and do something that you like to do and not just shopping or do something that involves spending money, like fishing or anything like that, and see how they react. So if they don't really want to do it and they're like, no, let's just go spend money, or like, but that doesn't automatically mean it. So it would be like, oh, they're just focused on the money. So it would be kind of like a career. Whenever you're talking to somebody who's a professional in a career, then they have to do this for their job, and they're at their job. It's kind of like that, but at home. So they basically, well, I mean, there's usually two different sides. They have the professionals have their home life, like home personality, and their professional personality, which I was told this by someone and like my teacher. But they have a home personality. So they have lives at home, believe it or not. Teachers have lives at home. And basically, so they act all different at home, and then out in public or at their job, they act different. Like they might act all bubbly and nice, but at home, they might be like a little quieter or it might be different. It's like an effect. It's because you have to be polite and adjacent to society's beliefs when you're out in the public, but you really don't have limits at home, like personality wise. So basically, you have like a different personality, like a different like type of things like what am I trying to say? Yeah, you're just your personality, and basically, so if someone says they're getting donated a lot and please donate, and they're probably not going to be because that's pretty rare, but also somebody who says that is likely lying to like waste your time or I mean some is actually real, I mean, but they don't know you, they're not going to give you that Robux because you don't know them like they're a stranger basically because you met them online. So yeah, and if you so strangers online can actually be it's because they're behind the screen. So basically, if you're they basically mask their identity behind the screen. So they feel like they can do anything they want, which they can't do everything they want. But it's more freedom than real life in person because you're not actually there. And online they can't really hurt you as much. Can't really do as much. So you could be waiting for weeks for the Robux like they promised, but they say no, like some rich guy from a game, you could friend him, like a guy on a leaderboard with donations. You could ask him, yo, hey dude. But the thing is, he's donating the corporate game owners and not the players, which is actually, that shows a lot of their personality. But also, I get it though, because you're donating someone versus getting more stuff in a game. But still, you're paying the corporate platforms. Roblox is gonna get money anyway. But basically, you're paying a famous guy like so the games that Jandal made, for example, he's getting Robux, and you could be donating this kid that doesn't get Robux from his parents. And this guy who's super successful and lucky gets donated instead of you that could be donated, which it's actually kind of unfair. So what I'm getting at here is you should be donating someone less unfortunate because that kid Jandal, that guy Jandal, he's already got so much Robux that he doesn't even need half of it. Like, dude, like the people like greed. It's like a natural instinct that we've had for thousands of years. And it helped us survive. Because, like, body, sometimes it likes to trick you, right? And then When you're full, it can feel like you're hungry. So then your body gives you the instinct to keep eating. Like well, we were built to have endurance. So whenever we ran hundreds of miles out into like the wild, like persistence hunting, basically what happened there was we had to get greed so we could keep on eating as we ran because we're remarkable. Like I think there's like almost no animal uses sweat like we do and body fat to endurance hunt. So basically, greed is also used with currency. It's exploited in a way. And it makes them more and more hungry because technically they'll be losing some Robux and have to spend more money just because they donated this kid that they barely even know. So why would they do it? If they could just gain more and more and get richer and richer, if they spend the Robux that they could have given to that kid on the game, what are they gaining there? They don't know the kid, but that they like these companies and businesses don't even care because they're gaining more by not donating that kid or those kids, those people that are less fortunate than them. They already have so much. And they just keep gaining, just sitting there, and then somebody's actually working hard, and then they don't get paid. It's like Darman's situation, where like he doesn't really pay his actors, and also that one Mr. Beast situation because they have more money and they just don't want to give it out because they'll lose some money. But it's only a couple, so it's like greed makes people when they lose a small amount compared to their total amount actively, they just don't even want to do it in order to help someone and save their life. It's like, what does the world come to at this point? Why do we have so much greed? And how does greed even, like, why does that influence cash? Like, cash isn't food. It doesn't help you really to survive unless you're talking about like taxes and stuff. But companies, pretty sure, they have so much. Like, they don't need that much. It's like a surplus. Like a surplus of food. It's like whenever you're eating, you're overeating and you just want to eat more. That's kind of what it is. So a company is like an animal with a very slow metabolism that loses faster than it gains. But me and my friend here, we've been we've been trying so hard and it just reminds me of greed because we've been actually trying to like get more Robux, like trying like startup games and stuff, but we can't really get anyone to. And just like the state of the world, like companies, they tend to they don't really give to the unfortunate, even if the unfortunate are working hard in their day-to-day lives and they're just trying to get by and they're losing more and more in a dying economy and nobody wants to give to help them. But these guys, they said they got 200K and they said they might give 20K to them, and then after they say that, they don't do anything at all. They just go silent. Yeah, that's it for today's video. I don't even get it at this point. How can they be this greedy and how can this even happen? It's not cool, man. It's not cool. Like he doesn't even have anything like for years, bro.